Hey guys, welcome to another one of my videos on Bujinkan Budo Taijutsu. My name is Darren Damas. I am the owner and instructor at the Bujinkan Ryoko Hikan Dojo in Roseville, California, USA. I wanted to make these videos to basically help you with your training. And I'm not a video, what do you want to call it, a satellite teacher, home study course teacher, but I wanted to share just some insights from me. I've been training in this art for almost 40 years now, and I also have a lot of other different martial arts backgrounds. So it's just a way for me to share some of my knowledge to you. Please subscribe to my channel and make sure to hit the little bell notification to be notified when I post new content. My objective is to continually post new content for you and to build this channel to be a resource for you and your training. So please help support my channel. This episode, I'm going to talk about one of three. I have, in all my training, I've identified three common habits or mistakes that people make. I make them or have made them in training. There are many, but I've identified three. And the reason that I really highlight these three is that almost all my new students have these habits, and a lot of my senior students develop these habits. Even in myself, these are things that will creep back into your taijutsu if you don't pay attention. So they are the little devils in your taijutsu, because it really uses biomechanical motions that are natural for us, but will kill the quality of your taijutsu and actually create openings that can be dangerous. So three things that will really negatively impact the quality. Number one, the first one that I want to talk about in this video is the head shift. This is something that I see all the time. I have been guilty of it. I look back at my videos and I can spot it when I do it, because again, it's a natural biomechanical thing that we do. And what it is it's simply that if I'm going to transfer my body to point A to point B, it's very normal for us to put all our weight on our launch pad and then project it to the other side. So what happens when we do that is we do this weird little head shift. And I'm going to use the example of receiving, that when I'm receiving an attack, what will happen is that you'll see this shift where we bring our weight forward and pull to allow our leg to come back, and then we bring our leg back. And it's a two-part motion. And that creates a very dangerous habit, because your attacker is attacking one. He's attacking at one, and you're doing two. So where do you think you're going to get struck? Or where do you think the most dangerous part is? It's at one. And if in one you are moving your face towards the attack, you're never going to get to two. Or maybe you might go backwards, but it's going to be after you get smashed in the nose and you're flying backwards. So this idea of going 1, 2 creates an incredibly dangerous detail that you need to fix. And unless somebody has pointed it out to you, I guarantee that's what you're doing, because it's very natural for us to do that, because you're not under real danger. Interestingly, when you are under sudden real danger, your body actually does the opposite, because your body knows if your face is about to get smashed, your body wants to throw your face out of that danger zone as quickly as possible. But without training, what your body will do is it does the opposite of everything we're supposed to do. It actually tenses up and goes up and back, because it's just trying to throw. Your body fires all the muscles like a jump. It's just firing all the muscles to bring the body back. So that's under stress. But not under stress, you do this. So what you have to do is you have to correct that. And there are lots of different ways to do it, but the way you correct that actually begins with day one of your training. And it's developing your body to move in a certain way that connects it to Japanese Bujutsu. it connects it to the way you move in traditional Japanese arts. And that is to sink the body on a vertical line by bending the knees, sink the line, and allow the head to come back in a uniform motion with the body while still staying upright to maintain balance, and pull it back as one. So it becomes one motion, not two motions, not 1, 2. It becomes one motion. I'm not throwing my weight back where now I'm trying to keep myself from falling on the ground. It's sinking, turning, gliding back. We have in my class, I use this acronym DAD, D-A-D, and it's it's depth, angle, distance. So the idea on that is that I am going for depth, I'm going for angle, and I'm going for distance. And it's done in one motion this way versus two motions that way. So my next videos, I will talk about some more things that will connect this to it. Even though this is just one thing, it actually is part of the other two, and you will see how all that works together. But pay attention to that in your training. Film yourself. Just film yourself. Do basic Sanshin no Kata or something like that, and just film yourself and watch your movement and look at what is moving more. When you think of it in terms of like a line in the back on the back wall there, if you had a line right there and you filmed yourself to it, where would you start to see that line first? Would you start to see the line at the head, or do you see the line behind the knees? Where do you see that line? And then as you move, you should be moving off that as one straight motion. So it's all happening at the same time. Down, turn, drop. Down, turn, drop. So practice that. Watch for it in your movement. Start to really be aware of that and start working on that. And you'll start to notice that your ability to evade attacks becomes easier because you're moving the targets out of the way. While you're changing your position, everything is going with you versus you change your lower position, but your upper position stays or is actually getting closer. Part of that other aspect that comes to that just becomes from biomechanically, when we think of receiving something, we want to do this. So there is that habit of movement, and in another video I'm going to talk about that. But just be aware that you will see that because that's how we're ingrained to receive things. But in Budo it's different. You're not receiving this singular attack. You're shifting position, but it's not necessarily to avoid this one danger. It's to keep the body moving in a battlefield environment. So by keeping your balance upright and shifting and controlling where everything moves in one balanced structure, you maintain a centered point throughout so that you can very easily change if you have to move position. Whereas if I'm doing two movements, maybe I get hit here, but then I'm going to throw my weight back. And now when I do that, because adrenaline, you're going to fire this muscle and you're going to throw your weight. Now my weight is spilling back here and I'm flexing this muscle to hold it. It's going to become even harder to move other directions if I need to. But if I keep my balance upright and move as one unit, now it becomes easy that I can change direction really easy. I can keep myself moving all around because I'm in one centered line of balance. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it's helpful to you. Please hit the subscribe button on this channel and be sure to hit the notification bell to be notified of anything that's new. I welcome any and all constructive feedback. Drop me a comment. Let me know how this works for you. If there's little things too that you notice maybe that are habits and stuff that you've had to overcome, send them to me. Maybe I'll do a video on that. And please, please, please keep the negative comments off my page. If you have nothing constructive to say, then please just don't say it. I'm not perfect, and that's okay. I'm growing too. I'm a student just like you. So again, I hope you enjoy this, and feel free to share it as well. Anybody you think might enjoy it or benefit from it, feel free to share that as well. So again, thank you very much. Stay happy, stay healthy, and no matter what, keep training.